Alright guys, this is Tacho here, and we're playing some Fire Emblem Heroes today. And we're gonna go ahead and do a Tempest Trials run. There's actually a whole lot to talk about with all the changes and updates they've made to this mode. They just did a whole bunch of quality of life changes, and they made it so much more enjoyable and a whole lot less tedious to grind Tempest Trials. So the two big changes that they made were that the first big change is that if you're running a bonus unit in this round of Tempest Trials, they are going to get some monster stat bonuses. Like, take a look at the Celica and the Delthea that I have on this map. Look at their stats. Look how inflated they are. It's ridiculous, and it's definitely a whole lot better for us, because it's going to make it easier for us to do our runs and help us win our runs a whole lot faster. So that's great that they did that. I'm really happy about that change. And another really awesome change they made was that for the first 2 clears you do every day, you're gonna get triple the score. So I think the maximum score you could get was like 700 and something points per run. And when you triple that, you're basically getting like 2,100 points, give or take, for every run that you do. So that's really awesome, and everyone was complaining about how long it takes to grind Tempest Trials and how many times you had to run it before you could win the exclusive seal that they would be giving out for the round. So it's definitely better and easier to win the seal this time around when we're getting triple the bonus points for every first 2 clears that we do every day. So that's really great. As far as the rest of my team goes, I've got Celica and Delthea because they're bonus units and they both get monster stat bonuses on this round. And I've also got Bride Cordelia, one of the best ranged attackers in the game. And I've also got Azura to dance and allow my units to attack either a second time per turn or have them get out of the way if they're in danger. So it's a pretty easy team that I'm using. I don't normally use this team actually, I use some other units to grind, but when I decide to sit down and record, I think it's a little better if I go ahead and use the best possible team just to show you guys how easy you can make the runs go yourself if you have these units. Alright, but I know this video is a little bit late. I actually recorded this a couple of days ago, but I didn't have a chance to actually sit down and record the audio. Because I always say that I do the video first, and right after I finish recording the video, I'll come back later, sit down, and do the audio, just so I can focus a little better on my thoughts and have some good commentary for you guys while I don't have to sacrifice my playing ability to do so. So that's one good thing. And another really interesting thing is that every time I do these Tempest Trial runs, what I like to do is show the run where I actually win the seal. So at the end of this run, we're going to get the Hardy Bearing seal. But one thing to note is that I can't actually go back and redo the run if I end up winning the seal and I end up losing a unit in the process. So I have to make sure that my play is perfect and I don't mess up anytime because I'm only going to get one chance to do it. So I like doing that a lot because it adds a little bit more pressure to me and makes me have to stay on edge at all times and do a whole lot better during the run. So that's one fun way that I've made my Tempest Trial videos more fun for me to record. Alright, but we're making some pretty short work of this round here. Not having too much trouble. Delthea is so low on health because I've got Fury, and it doesn't really matter on her since I also have Desperation. So Delthea is a really good unit. Celica as well. Both of them are really good. I'd probably be using them regardless of whether or not they were bonus units or if they had the stat bonuses. They're just that helpful. So we're going ahead and using them. Bride Cordelia, I don't have the best IVs on her. I believe she's plus defense minus HP. So it's not terrible. It's a neutral one, so she's definitely usable. It's a whole lot better than having minus attack or minus speed or something that you really don't want. But at the same time, it could be a little better. It's just unfortunate that we're never going to be able to summon for Bride Cordelia ever again at this point, since she was a one-time only unit. Alright, but we're moving on to the final round now. the Sonya on this map is actually really annoying to fight, because if you get unlucky, she's going to end up getting into vantage range, and if she gets into vantage range, she's going to be a nightmare for the rest of your mages to deal with, or your ranged attackers. And pretty much my whole team here is full of ranged attackers other than Azura. So if I can't get a one-hit KO on that Sonya, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. Okay. And she's standing next to Frederick, who conveniently has drag back on him, so they're going to stick together, and it's going to be tough to separate them. And I don't know, I'm not sure if Celica can actually get a one-hit KO on Sonya, given the fact that she's not going to have the Ragnarok bonus in play right now, since she's not at full health. Okay, I don't even remember what I did here. Ideally, I would want to separate them, but I also don't want my score to suffer, because you get rated on how quick you complete the maps and your survival rate. So I only get one chance at this, since I'm going to win the seal right after this, and I can't re-record that. And another thing is that I don't want to mess up. I want to do a completely perfect run here. Okay, now I think I remember what happened. I thought I was pretty much screwed at this point, because now Sonya is in range to attack Delthea or Celica, and I don't know if either of them are going to survive a hit. Delthea definitely not, because she's only got 1 HP. So I would want to dance on her with Azura and get her out of the way. But at this point, I don't even know if Celica can take a hit, because she's pretty low on HP. Or at least, she's not that low, but she's not at full health. Oh man, I guess I went ahead and did it though. I went ahead and had Azura dance on Delthea and then drag back Celica and just pray to God that Celica can take this hit. And it looks like my prayers were answered, because she was just barely able to survive that attack and finish off Sonya in the process. So we did a completely flawless run there. I was pretty happy about that, and we also get the Hardy Bearing Seal, which I'll talk about in a second. Oh, another thing that I should mention is that you get bonus SP in the Tempest Trials run while you're playing, as long as you're using a bonus unit. So, Celica and Delthea, the two bonus units that I used there, they were able to get double SP during their kills, so that's really nice, and it's a great way to grind up your bonus units if you have them. Alright, but we're going to talk about the Hardy Bearing Seal now. This is a really great prize, definitely more useful than the last couple of Tempest Trial seals we've been getting. I would still say the Quick Impulse seal is number 1, but this is probably number 2. And the reason why is because a lot of people run Vantage and Desperation on their units in the arena, and this is a counter pick to that. It's going to disable the change in attack priority. So Vantage and Desperation cannot work against this seal, and that's really good, especially against characters like Ryoma and Hector and Ike that are really tough to get one-hit kills on, and as soon as you attack them, on their next phase, they're going to have Vantage ready, and they're probably going to have a special attack ready as well. So you're in big trouble if you can't get one-round kills on them. But thanks to the Hardy Bearing Seal, that really fixes that problem and makes those units a whole lot less of a threat. So I actually run this on my Azura now, since she can't get one-round KOs on Xander, and having the Hardy Bearing Seal on her makes her a whole lot safer against Xander. But that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, this is Tacho signing out, so cheers, have a great day, and I hope to see you again next time.